Yo, today we have Book Insight, The Charisma Myth by Olivia Fox Cabane. Interesting name. First things first, shout out to all of the references I used for this book. Great references being used for these insights I've been getting into. So, I always appreciate it. Go to the description box if you want to see where my references were, and check them out. And yeah, thanks to them. Now we are on book 9. I wrote this on the 9th of December 2023, and I'm currently on book 32. Just to let you guys know, I'm on book 32, and just show you guys here the psychology of money. This was yesterday, but yeah, so I have a lot of catching up to do. It's just there's a lot to cover on this channel. Honestly, a lot of catching up on my Reddit, on the Quora, on the newsletter, and on this insight. So hoping to get to that point by hopefully May. So we have 3 months to work with. Hopefully we get to that one by then. A lot to cover. So let's just get right into this and see what the book Charisma Myth is even about, because we haven't even started yet. Alright? So, consciously or not, charismatic individuals choose specific behaviors that make other people feel a certain way, so they invoke a feeling. These behaviors can be learned and perfected by anyone. So, in a way, charisma is it's not something you're just born with. It's something that can be adopted too, if you learn the right things and you practice them. Who comes to your mind when you think of a charismatic person? Maybe you're thinking of me. Who knows? Maybe you're thinking of a celebrity, a friend, or a colleague who impresses everyone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone has someone in mind when you think of that. You think of people like that, people that are confident. Muhammad Ali, Dave Chappelle, Malcolm X. People of our time now too. Quite charismatic, and charisma comes in different forms. So it's not just someone who's confident in a sense. Charisma comes, and you'll see that as we get into this. You may believe that these people were born with the gift of charisma, whereas you don't have the talent or the right personality to be charismatic. And we went over the book in mindset that you can either have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset about these things. So the great thing about Olivia here is that she takes the growth mindset side of things, and she tells you that you can learn it regardless of what you're born with. What if I told you that you've been telling yourself a lie? Like any other skill, you can develop charisma with no matter how uncharming you think you are. However, you do have to work on it. And number 2, you do have to believe that you can achieve some sort of charisma / confidence in that way. It's best not to think of yourself as some idiot or someone who's just a uncharming person. Believe that you can do it. You can achieve that if you want to achieve it. Why should anyone care about being charismatic? Good question. Because it is a key skill that will make you successful in all areas of your life. Education or entrepreneurship, extracurriculum or entertainment / social. That was my own addition. That was me. That was my own addition. Number 1. Presence, power, and warmth are the key factors for developing charisma. I was about to say charismatic. That's why I said it like that. With the rise of never-ending distractions from smartphones and technology, the skill of staying present in a conversation is becoming rare. We all want others to understand and listen to us. So, if you master the art of being present, you'll distinguish yourself from the crowd and make people feel heard. And I will always remember this one scenario I had in my first year of uni, and my friend came into my room, and I was on my phone texting my sister on WhatsApp. He was sat down, and he was talking to me, but I was just texting on my phone, and he was speaking something that he felt was important to him. And he had told me, as he was speaking, so he was blah, 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 blah. Sammy, I'm speaking to you, bro. Can you like at least pay attention to what I'm trying to say to you?" And he got my attention with that, and I told him, I was just texting my sister. Sorry, will you? I'll focus on what you're saying now. But being attentive and present with someone is very important because they appreciate that and they want that from you. They want to know that they're being heard and they're being listened to the same way you would want it, the same way I would want it. So put yourself in other shoes when it comes to that. The other two components of charisma are power and warmth. We naturally give more importance to powerful people. Yeah. When you combine that with warmth, you become super likable. Just like a hero of any movie. It's because warmth tells you how one will use their power, which makes all the difference. So yeah, power and warmth. Very important factors, and as well as presence. So those three traits, consider those when it comes to charisma. And so, how can you develop these traits? It's all good and well when you know them, but how the hell am I supposed to achieve it? Are you just playing with me? How am I supposed to get it? Well, Olivia answers here. Eliminate distractions and focus. Focus by eliminating the distractions. Power posing. And be self-confident. So focus on your posture. Make sure you sit up right. Make sure your head is tilted up. Make sure that your shoulders are back. Make sure that all of those body language stuff that you see. They go to movies like James Bond, or that one series, is it called Mad Men or whatever it's called? I might have said it's a completely different thing, but when it regards to like body language, they go there to kind of show what's great confident body language. Bring on gratitude, goodwill, and compassion, and see the best in people. Yeah, so being grateful for the things in your life, having good intentions, being caring for others, and wanting the best in everyone else are great components to your character. It tells a lot about you, and in my life, it's people have appreciated that, and I've appreciated people that have done that. Number 2. Find your charisma style to stay yourself while developing charisma. Yeah, so what you don't want to do, which is something I've done in my life, is try emulate someone else completely. Like try to not just emulate them, but try to be their duplicate. And what happens is that the longer you keep this act up, the harder it is to keep it going, because you're not being yourself and you'll become exhausted. You'll start to lose yourself and you'll feel tired. Well, did I say exhausted? Yeah, but yeah, you won't be able to go that much longer, and that's how I felt when I tried to duplicate others. You don't need to force charisma by copying it from another person. Everyone is unique, and you can find your own charisma style that suits your personality, goals, and the situation you're in. There is no one-size-fits-all solution for being charismatic. So, knowing the different styles will help you pick your own style. Yeah, so there are many different styles, and Olivia will go into them here. She mentions 4 different styles of charisma, and these 4 are focus charisma, visionary charisma, kindness charisma, and authority charisma. And these are not just set in stone. They're different charisma styles, but she chooses to focus on these main 4 and pay attention, because this is where things do get very interesting and very insightful. Number 1, focus charisma is about focusing on the other person and being fully present. So in that example I mentioned earlier of being with my friend and him not appreciating me, not being present with him, and not giving him my full attention, that is completely opposite of the focus charisma. So use that example of what not to do and apply that into your life, what to do moving forward to the best of your ability. Sometimes you can't do it, but when you can, do it, because it is very, very important. And it's the slight little things that over time people will see so much that they'll appreciate a lot. Number 2, visionary charisma helps people believe in a vision. Yeah. So I fell into this one quite a lot where I've watched so much movies and TV shows in my life and that I love, and also read a lot of books in recent years. I love the idea of striving for a bigger cause and wanting to achieve something bigger than yourself. So I just love the idea of making someone believe in a vision that's not necessarily my vision only, but their own vision too. So believing that they can accomplish big things is something that I love the idea of, because of how much I love, the movies and books and etc. And when you're able to kind of put it into words to others, it's so powerful, very powerful. Number 3, kindness charisma makes you acknowledge and accept people. Very, very important. And you have people on the other spectrum, like the people that are racist, the people that are, that are rude and, ignorant of how you should treat others. Be the person that cares about other people and acknowledges that people are different, and you should accept that fact and choose to lead with a positive foot. Number 4, authority charisma comes when you display the power to influence people's lives. Yes. So, have you ever been in a friend group or in a work environment where you've seen someone who typically tends to take the lead and who other people tend to look at to make the decisions that one person should make? That is the person who falls under this category of authority charisma. Now, what do you do with these 4 things? What exactly am I supposed to do with this knowledge of the 4 quadrants of charisma? Well, Olivia shares that when in doubt, go into your natural style that you're most comfortable with, or go with your natural style. So this is for you to figure out which resonates with you. And it may take you a few reads to kind of really get to grips with which each one is, and a lot of reflection to your past regarding, what have I fell into in most of my life, and then, lead with that. Then consider the goal of the interaction or the situation of the event. So yeah, you don't just take one and go with it. All 4 you can apply. It just depends on the situations you're in. Number 3, charisma begins in your mind, so you must prepare yourself to face the internal obstacles. Oh God, how much more I have to read? Okay, not that much. Okay. Your mental states can come in your way of becoming charismatic. So your mental states, depression, anxiety, fear, doubt, envy, jealousy, all of those things come into play when it comes to actually expressing your charisma, expressing your personality, and take that into consideration, because you don't want it to be something in the back of your mind that is there, is without kind of acknowledging it. Meaning that it's best to know now that your mental states and your resistance will affect your charisma. So make sure that you plan your mind, plan it in a way that takes that into consideration, if you kind of get what I'm trying to say. I don't want to keep talking on this because I'm going to confuse myself. The biggest charisma destroyers arise in your mind. They include self-doubt, impatience, annoyance, irritation, and so on. Your internal mental states influence your body language and words, which can make or break your charisma because they define how present, powerful, and warm you'll be in a situation. The author suggests some powerful tools to combat such internal obstacles. Let's see what Olivia has to say. The first is to de-dramatize and realize that things aren't that serious that you're making them to be. And that is one thing I needed to know, like, my entire life. Well, not my entire life, but my entire life. Not making things bigger out to be, not taking things personal, and not realizing not everything's about me. It's not always about me, and some things are misunderstandings. So, tone it down. Quiet things down a little bit, and realize that it's not as serious as you are making it out to be. Many people go through similar obstacles and annoyances, so you don't need to feel unfortunate for being in bad situations. There will always be someone worse than you, and not just you. I'm talking about you hypothetically. The you as in there's a person called you. There will always be someone worse doing worse than you. So yeah, try be grateful that things aren't worse for yourself, and be grateful for the things you currently have. The second is to destigmatize discomfort. I'm so glad I was able to read that the first time. Destigmatize discomfort, which means that you should allow yourself to have negative experiences or to feel the negative feelings because it is a normal part of being a human. Next, you can neutralize negativity by labeling them and realizing that your perception or thoughts do not represent reality. And they're skewed by many factors you're unaware of. And last, you can rewrite reality using cognitive reappraisal, which is about changing your perception towards negative thoughts or events to a more helpful one. That is something I've been saying for months now. Use positive affirmations. Consider using them, guys. It works to a certain degree. It works. Try it out. Our brain makes us feel emotions based on the story we tell ourselves. So, if you switch a story, you'll change your mental states and dial your charisma up. So yeah, the key thing here, get out of your own way and practice the charisma style that you're comfortable with. That's all she wrote.